Do you have access to my screen at the moment?
I'm going to make you the presenter. So you if you click the show screen, there we go. Now, yep, now we see it.
Okay, there you go.
Do you want to work in the live one, or do you want to work in the development one?
I don't.
Okay. The only reason I ask is if we do something, we may have to clean it up. If we don't, I'm good if you have real work we can do, and we can watch you do real work.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much in on the one that I'm actually using. I'm gonna need a few. I was trying to show my manager the other day since I could have really gotten like a better. I wanted to try to show him the software, but I couldn't really navigate through it. So there's probably like bill latings there or orders that need to be deleted completely because they're not accurate on the live
Okay.
one. So it's okay if we work on the one that I'm usually working at the moment.
Okay. Okay. So where do you want to start?
Okay. I want to if you could show me if we could do an order from beginning to end, from work order all the way to bill of lading, all the way to shipped out.
Okay. So just
I'm not.
remind us, what are you using the work order for? I, I heard somebody in the background say everything, but what is? Are you there?
Ben, can you
Yeah.
give me 1 minute? Give me 1 minute.
Sure.
Okay, Ben. I'm sorry about that.
That's
What
okay.
was Ben?
Um, I guess I'm curious what you're using the work order for. We were kind of under the impression that you were receiving concentrate and
Okay.
then shipping it back out. So you must be transforming it or making it, or what do you? Go ahead.
Ben, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I think this phone is giving me problems. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me grab the other phone.
What's up? Okay.
Ben, are you still there? Hello?
Yeah,
I'm still here.
I'm here. Yep, we're here.
Sorry. Okay,
I
now I having troubles with another call. Okay, all right, so let's do this. I'm trying to see maybe I'm not clicking on the right sections for the software. I want to create a work order and then release the work order and take that out of inventory as well.
Can we just take a quick step back, Cynthia? What are you using the work order for?
Basically the work order is our release order.
That's what we call a shipping order. I think that's probably part of the problem. So I think really all you want to do is create a shipping order.
Okay. I think that you did mention that before. I think that you did show me that before. Yes,
A work
I believe that that's what I was told before. I think I used that. I try to use the shipping instead of the work order. I
Sure.
probably got mixed up.
Sure. A work order is used if you want to uh
Essentially, a work order can be used to, it depends on the client. Sometimes we'll use it to track like job site consumption. Sometimes we'll use it to track labor or equipment time. We also use it occasionally to track like production and manufacturing. But work orders are more specialized and they don't have the included bill lating and some of the other functionality that I think you're looking for.
Okay.
So I do see a couple. Yeah, we do have a couple orders in the system, so we can probably pull one of those up, Ben.
Can we do one from scratch? Can we do one from like the beginning, like from a shipping order to?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If you just click on orders.
Okay. And then.
Yeah, create. Yeah.
Okay.
And then create a new order, which is over on the top right. I'm recording this too for you, so you can replay it.
Okay, so we go to warehouse, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we need to put. Looks like we need to put a. Oh no, you do have a couple of customers in there. Okay.
Okay.
And you don't necessarily have to select the bill to. It will automatically pull up the bill to, if you don't select one. So.
The carrier is not really a problem. There's not really. Okay. So in here, I go the day that the order is supposed to be shipped out. Let's say it is shipped out on the 16th, right? And then logo, we select the logo that we want. So no logo, it's also an option here. Or do we have to select one?
I think you have to select one in order for it to properly generate the reports.
Okay. And then I do save, correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Now I go to line item.
Yep.
Say apple concentrate. And here, I don't location.
Yeah,
So
Google Chrome thinks Voorhees is in another language.
So in here, it shows me all the batch numbers that are available at Voorhees warehouse for apple concentrate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So let's say that.
You have to say how much you want on the ordered column. There you go.
Say 164 drums.
Now, once you click save, it will pull in the unit price. So you don't necessarily have to fill that out. I think you might want to put that in the ordered column. That's how many they're looking for. I know we also have pallets and drums for you as well. I don't know specifically how those work. Benson's the one who set those up.
I will usually put 64 because those are the amount of drums that we need.
Okay.
So, and then order will be, can it stay blank or do I have to?
Just click save and see what it does.
Okay.
Zach, you want to check that quick? That doesn't look right.
Sure.
Do we need to put 64 in the order?
I
would think we would.
Give me a minute to take a look at that. Okay, shipping order. There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's not obvious. Looking at the database here, we might just need to conference Benson in on the line here. I don't see where the calculation's coming from.
So it's not going to show the amount ordered at the moment.
I honestly don't know what it's supposed to do there. So let me shoot him an email quick, and we'll find out. Okay, Benson. I would just put 64 in the ordered column for now until we get the confirmation on that, and we can just move forward a bit from here.
Okay. Because in here, okay, so maybe because it's haven't been customized. Let's say per pallet it's 4 drums, so that'll be 16. I mean, that's not a problem. We can work that through. The unit price, that's something. But that this is how exactly we'll have to look, and the unit price is something that we'll have to put manually because it's different every time.
Okay.
So
do you want to put a price in there?
But you see, I'm not sure if this price is going to be per drum or per kilogram.
Let me.
I'm sorry, we don't work
that one as well.
I'm sorry, I apologize. We don't work per. We decided to go per pound, correct? Is that correct?
I honestly don't remember. I know there was discussion about doing it by kilogram and by pound. I don't know what the final choice was there.
We'll make it easier and go per pound instead of kilograms. So.
You took kilograms off of the release order, so you could use either. You could do apple concentrate in pounds, and you could do peach concentrate in kilograms. It's completely up to you. The system is generic in terms of, it's calling them units, whether they're pounds or kilograms.
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to you to determine what way you're putting those in. Are you going to use just all kilograms, or are you going to use a mixture of pounds and kilograms, or are you going to use all pounds? Pretty much it's whatever's easiest for you in terms of, the units of measure there.
I see, okay. So
the unit price, I would think, is per pound, but...
Yeah, I believe that's how we decided to go, so I'm just going to calculate here. Okay. So in here, I save, and then I go to, from here, I will go to work order, correct?
No, from here, all you want to do is issue it out, you just start the issue. I don't think you're going to do anything with work orders.
So where do I print the release order? This will be my release order?
Once you issue the product out, if you click Start Issue, right now it's just an order, okay?
Okay.
So you would give this to your warehouse guys, and they would ship it, and then you'd issue it out. Go ahead. Yeah, that's okay. Click. Oh. Okay. And now all you got to do is load all and issue.
So this is where essentially you're marking it as a negative adjustment. So this is out of your inventory. Once you do this, you can generate some of the reports, and you can generate some of the reports before this as well. However, I believe to get the final bill of lading, you have to know exactly what was, what you're shipping.
Okay. How do I print this out to give to my warehouse? But the thing is that the warehouse, when they receive a release order, which is a work order, we don't provide them prices. We only provide them the amount of drums, from which location they're going to come out, basically. And it's like an order. And then we also provide them the bill of lading as well.
Okay. Well, if you hit back, and go back to the last page, we can pull up the pick list, which is essentially what you can give to your warehouse people that will tell them exactly where to pull the stock from. So the third button, I believe, the third little print icon up there is where you can pull up the pick list, right next to outstanding.
Oh, the printer is down below next to outstanding.
Oh.
If you hover over them, it'll tell you the document that it'll print.
So
it's not giving me mouse control. I think the third one to the right is the pick list one. So this just has the serial number, the date it came in, the quantity, how many were ordered, just the basic information. And it also shows the unit of measure there as well, to be kilograms. So.
Okay, so that's the pick list, packing slip.
That's just the order itself.
This is what I was looking for. Okay, great. Let's see, date. It doesn't show the date.
We haven't actually shipped it yet. Once we ship it, I believe the date will fill in.
But this is the date that the order was made. So it will show the date that the order was placed.
Okay, so go back.
Well, we can alter that.
I think it's probably on the order header, Zach, and it's just not filled in. So if you go to the header.
Is that here? You're going to create it or modify?
Go down to release date at the bottom. And select the date there. I thought we selected that.
I thought we did too.
I didn't think so.
17th, I believe. Or the 20th, whatever. Click Save. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
All right, so. Oh, this is not what I wanted. It doesn't show the date.
Okay, it's showing the release date though now. It's not showing the date at the top of the screen though. So we have one additional date now, the release date, which is what we selected on the header there. Again, I don't know if that top date, it depends on how we set that up. It might be the ship date, like Ben was saying.
Right. And the seal number is not on there because, again, that field needs to be filled out on the header.
No, the seal number it needs to be filled out by us. It's a seal number. Every load has a different seal number.
Okay.
Right.
The day, it's the day that the order was placed, which is that's how we keep for us how many dates the order is going to be on, waiting to be released. So that's also very important. Our customer PO, that's something that we're going to add every time. Each order has a different purchase order, a different number. Also, the pallets and drums is not showing the net and gross total, which I thought that we had. I believe that this was shown before, if I'm not mistaken, since when we had the whole conversation about going from kilograms to pounds.
We need to look at the item ID and make sure that there's weight on the item ID.
Okay. Oh, another one. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's a calculated field. So if 0 is in the item ID, then the net and gross is going to be 0.
Okay. Another thing, I see that the board is not really placed center. I'm sorry, my boss is kind of like with details like this, he's very pain in the ass. But center on the be both center, the release order and the board he's signed. Let me see if I can change.
Did you update this? Because it isn't. I thought there was a watermark on the.
No, this is the work order. The work order is perfect the way it is. The watermark is on the bill of lading because I believe I said that you guys couldn't do it. Oh, we had already agreed to just being on the bill of lading.
Yeah, I think it's only in the one place, the watermark. I don't think it's in both. Report packing list. Okay. Yeah, I think
see they have a unit.
Net is calculated. Sorry, ignore me. I'm looking at the trying to confirm some of these things. Okay, yeah. So the net and the gross is calculated based on how much has been shipped. So if you haven't shipped anything, it won't show anything there in the calculations. We can change that though. So if you need that to show beforehand, we can set that to go off of the quantity ordered.
Yes. That's how the guys at the warehouse they go by. I mean, when we create a work order, we tell them the amount of drums, and they also create another bill of lading, a handwritten, that tells that they need to keep record of how many pounds each drum weighs, because it cannot be overweight for certain trucks, so that will need to be showed on the work order.
Okay. Okay, if you pull the order back up, it should be changed. If we go back over to the packing slip.
Let me just close all this. Okay, so those orders, right?
Shipping orders.
This one. So, great. Great.
And that's using the values on the part record for that calculation.
Yes, for the item list, correct? The way I. So,
yep.
And regarding the date of the release order,
can you change it to order date instead of ship date, Zach?
Sure. Let me open up the store procedure for that. See where that's coming from.
The release date can stay there. That's when the customer wants the order it's planning on picking up the order, but we need to by the date that the release order was created.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, currently it's supposed to be the date it's shipped, and that's just one of the carryovers from our base system and how that report normally works. Let me change that over. And, I'm getting the name of the column wrong. Orders dot created. Okay. Okay, and if you refresh that, it should show the created date now.
There you go. Perfect. I think that it's perfect. The release order is perfect. It's just the sign that needs to be center and with the release order title, and that's perfect. It's exactly
okay,
what
just
we
a couple of formatting adjustments there. Not a big deal.
And
we'll have to work on those later on.
Okay. And I can add anything else, and it's going to show there, correct? It's going to show, let's say I need to add apple puree. Is this going to automatically filled in, or it's going to be?
I don't. Currently, there's no calculations. We haven't set up anything to determine the number of pallets or drums. So, if you leave the unit price blank and you have the unit price set up, you can pull that information in. For the pallets and the drums, one of the things we talked about previously, I believe, was different size drums and stuff. So we might need to add a field where you can say how many pallets can hold how many drums, essentially. If it's always going to be 4, then we can program that right in there. If it's going to always be different, we might have to do something else there. But that's just something we need to determine there in terms of how you want those filled out.
Normally, it will be 4 drums per pallet. That's how it always will be. We do have some customers that they just request 1 drum, and 1 drum will go obviously in 1 pallet, or 6 drums, and that will require 2 pallets. So how could we be able to? Is that like I said, this could be, if it could be customized, like if it could be an option that we could fill in, I guess it's fine. I just don't want to, because of the calculation of the drums, might affect the unit price. Because the unit price, it needs to, it's going to be different as well.
Okay, well, if they're ordering in drums, essentially we can just do the, we can do a basic calculation there that, if it's always going to be 4 drums to a pallet, we'll just, so essentially 6 drums equals 2 pallets and such. There's an easy way, using a little bit of math there, to always have the correct number populate in there. That said, not everything's a drum, so we'll need to figure out how to handle that as well. So
everything drum.
Everything you. Oh, okay. Oh, and that actually works out. Okay.
So I'm gonna say
Okay. Okay, so we'll do the formatting on the release order, and we'll change the pallet, and we'll add in a quick pallets calculation per drum ordered. Anything else we need to go over? Anything else you want to look at? Or do you want to keep running through this order?
Yeah. Okay, so let's say we have this already. Just want to make sure of something. Whatever. Great. Awesome. So this is going to calculate. Do we need to do the formatting for every single item here to show?
Yeah, I think the item might be 0 there. It depends. I mean, if it's a standard unit of measure, so if the drums are a standard, size, I might just, I can play with this unit to measure maybe, but ideally you can just go in there and, add in the numbers for each different style, because I know you have different products with different drum sizes. So
I did it already on the item list. Like in the item list, it will show you apple puree weight, a different amount of pounds, and then a different amount of net and gross. I believe I did that already.
Can you
Let me
just go
open it up
back and
and
check?
I'm sorry?
Can you just pull up apple puree so we can see it?
oh, actually, no, I see what the problem is. Put 7 in the ordered column there.
All right.
Yeah, that's the problem.
There you go. Great. Solid. Awesome. Okay, so now the release order is ready. Now I'm going to try to print the bill of lading, correct?
You have to ship it. It's not shipped yet. See how under it says outstanding order?
So until you've marked it as shipped, you can't print the bill of lading. You know, because it doesn't know what you've actually shipped, because we allow you to actually do partial shipments. So so until you've actually marked it as shipped, you can't print the bill of lading. So normally you'd come in here a few minutes before you ship it. You know, you would mark it as shipped out, and then you would go over and you can print the bill of lading as soon as you do that.
So how do I go start issue or?
Yes, click Start Issue. Okay. If you click on the Issue Stock button there, we just need to clear out the last transaction. So just click Delete All on the right side. Far right.
Like delete everything?
No, there's a Delete All button on the far right side of the page. Just clear that out, and now we can go back. If you press back, we can process that order. So just click Start Issue again, and we can. Okay, so now since we've already selected the locations, you can just click Finish Issue and issue this stock out. Okay, so from here you can print a packing slip right on this page. Additionally, you know, now we can go over and print the bill of lading as well.
Do I go view packing? The packing slip is I believe it's the release order. Okay. So now I go to
Orders and bill of lading.
All right.
And then you can select the order and print it.
Okay. Question here. I see how it says in Shaper Global Concentrate and it says Voorhees Warehouse. Can this be an option to decide if we want Global Concentrate to be the name, to show the name of the company? I believe you did mention that before, and I actually added Voorhees, and it showed Voorhees twice. Is there an option? Could we have an option as to maybe not mention the company name and just the warehouse name? Because I believe.
Give me a second to open it up and okay. So on the yeah, let me just clear that out. Customized. So on the warehouse record, you can specify the company name and the location name. So that's the issue here. It looks like you have the company name specified as Global Concentrate for Voorhees.
Yeah.
So if you click on the Voorhees Warehouse at the bottom.
I do have Voorhees Warehouse as the warehouse, and that's perfect. But I was wondering if on top of Voorhees Warehouse, you see where it says Global?
So if you look at company name right there on the screen, that's why it's showing Global Concentrate, because you have company name specified there. So if you clear that out, you know, it won't show that there.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah.
And you'll just have to check the other warehouses as well to make sure you don't have that set up there if you don't want that in there.
Great. So, okay, so this is the bill of lading. We already issued everything out, correct? So it's out of the warehouse, it's off inventory. Is that correct?
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so when I go and look at my inventory, what is it? Inventory report. And then we select which, is this at every warehouse or
Currently, I think you're in Voorhees warehouse, although I don't know if this report has a filter to, this might be showing all warehouses.
It does show, it shows it here. Got it. Okay. So, and then how do I go if I want to see, so this report can be transferred into QuickBooks, into Excel, correct? Like
yes, any report you can export it directly. So if you just click down anywhere in the grayed out area of the screen, just to close the menu there. So at the top you have the search, and then you have the item ID, and then across to the far right there you have export, a little blue link.
Mm-hmm. So
that will let you download a file you can open up in Excel, and that's an exact what you're seeing for this report.
Okay. And how about if I want to what have been shipped out, like all the orders, let's say, that we have done this week?
So if you go to the report type field, click out of that. Yep. So right where you see where it says type inventory, yep. So if we change it to shipping orders, and then we have a few different orders here. This will show you outstanding orders. We have a few different reports going down the screen here.
Yeah, but shipped is the one you probably want, because you want to see.
Shipped orders.
Great.
And then you can filter this by date. So if you click on two buttons to the left of export, it says filters. You can add a date filter there and filter it to everything that happened this week or this month.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Another question, what's the button here that says assets for? What's that for?
It depends on the client. Some clients use it to track various equipment, trucks, trailers, forklifts, different things like that. And essentially it allows you to track different heavy equipment, different tools, non-consumable items and such. And essentially you can track their value, depreciation,
right. They're used
of that nature.
From an accounting perspective, they're generally used for depreciation. So you buy something and you depreciate it over 3 or 5 or 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So you keep track of your assets and what the current book value is.
And we also have customers that use it to track repairs, cost over the lifetime of a part, things like that, or a tool.
Oh, okay.
So some clients, they'll get rid of tools after they've spent, half the value of the tool or some things like that.
Oh, got it. And let's say a question. Open orders will be work orders, correct? That will show me what at the moment.
I think you basically want to forget about work orders.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, just click on shipping orders. That will show you what's currently open.
So there's nothing open at Halls Warehouse. Let's see. So everything has been shipped out.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
So if you actually, I think we might have something open in a different warehouse. At the top, if you click on Halls Warehouse at the top of the screen. Yeah, some of those it's a little funny with the bottom of the screen control. So here we have one current order for one of your warehouses.
This is the one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
that's for Voorhees, yep.
Let's say that we shipped out 2 instead of 4. Can I just change the number here? Like that wouldn't be a problem with the...
Yeah, this order hasn't been shipped yet. This is just a scheduled order at this point. So you can still change it. You can still make alterations to it.
Once you hit start issue or finish issue, start issue will be when actually we are shipping out and the total of that was shipped out, correct?
Yes, that finalizes the order essentially.
Cynthia, there's just one quick problem here. Your ordered column is 0, so you need to make the ordered column probably 4 and the number of pallets 1 for the documents to look right.
Okay,
right.
Got it. This is because it doesn't have any price. Okay. Another question that I had was when I went to I think it was I saw the pictures of our product, and they were actually like cameras and cell phones and stuff like that. I believe it was.
Let me clear that out for you. That's probably because we left a lot of the demo stuff in the system when we initially started you guys out. That way you had some things to play with. Let me just clear that out quick. If my computer would stop giving me a spinning wheel.
So, Cynthia, if you go back to inventory quick in the item master list.
Inventory.
Right. Now, if you click over where the image is, you can put in your own images. Zach's about to clear them out, but
it should be cleared out right now, actually.
Yeah. So if you refresh the screen, they'll probably all be X's.
I think it was. Inventory. Awesome. Okay. And another thing is when I received product, I just go to suppliers, I believe, or I'm mistaken.
Yep. There you go. Yep.
Will be as I've been doing it before, and so the issue that we had before was with the batch number and the lot number. Now I'm going to be able to remember how we said there's a different batch number, a lot number every time, and it's to show that it's booked, so we don't overbook any product. Was that did we came to like a conclusion of how we'd be able to control that?
It's coming back to me now. With that I said we had to look at. Remember, Zach? That's a bigger thing to change.
Yeah, that's the whole committed quantities and all that fun stuff. So for the overbooking, you know what I might be able to do quick, Ben? Just to so essentially, if you go over to the order screen,
shipping orders?
Shipping orders, yep. And then just pull up that order, just so we can look at it real quick. And line items. So if you click on location there, you see how it shows you the location and the serial number? What I can probably do there is add another column that tells you, if it's already assigned to another order, just as a notification there. That way, you don't assign the same thing to 2 orders.
Yes, even if it just shows me whatever, it's how can I say this? It's although that would be I was just gonna say like whatever.
Quantity?
Yes, order quantity, but like whatever is actually is not booked.
Okay.
So, yeah, that would be the same thing you said, right?
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, I can show you which order it's already been assigned to, and I can also show you. I can also probably pull up the quantity as well there, and then that it won't prevent you from overbooking, but it will show you if you're about to. So That's probably a good middle step there, because getting that all 100% figured out is going to take a little bit of time. It's something that was programmed, like, I don't know, 10 years ago, and it hasn't really been kept 100% up to date over the years. So, but I think that should solve the problem there as far as showing you what's already booked.
Okay, so let's say that we have, shows me in stock, right? And then from this total here, minus 4, like I will have to think, and stock is 2013, so I can book not more than 313 items.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go and go to Voorhees, it's going to show me all the batch numbers that are available and what's the quantity on each batch number.
Right. Yeah. He can show you the quantity, and he can show you the order number that it's on.
If it's assigned to an order already.
Right.
Assigned to it, exactly. So is that going to take a little, or like how will we?
That's actually a pretty simple query. I can probably have that turned on this afternoon for you. It's pretty easy to change that. And
okay, so I guess
So I think one of the key things, we have a terminology problem. You're so used to saying work orders, and we're trying to get you to used to saying shipping order. So that's going to be some work, I can tell. It's so ingrained with you. But
so I think that I should not remember work orders and just use I believe it's going to be just shipping orders and bill lading, correct?
Right. And receive and issue. Your system is really simple. So
it is very basic. One last thing, can we delete all the orders that have been? Can we delete not the inventory, but the orders, everything that I've been doing until today?
Mm-hmm. Sure, I can clear that out.
Would I be able to delete any order myself or no?
Normally, you can only cancel orders. You can't delete them completely.
Okay, I see.
It screws up the database, Cynthia. If we allow you to delete things, and then like the audit trail report and other reports go back to reference what has happened, it makes the reporting all screwy. You see # errors that it can't find. So we don't allow. Once you get going, you can't delete things. You can only cancel them and mark them as
discontinued
there's a few different things you can do. But
okay,
in order to keep the history, you can't delete anything.
Okay. Question here. I'm able to delete this order because it have not been issued, correct? But when I start issue, I can cancel. I'll be able to cancel the order as long as I don't finish issue. Is that correct?
Yes, as long as you don't click finish, you can still modify the order there. You can return orders. We do have some functionality for that, but ideally, you shouldn't be sending this stuff out until it's until it's finalized.
Okay, because great, I got it. All right, I see what it is.
So if you do need to do returns, we can review that at some point with you. But it's normally you're finalizing it once it's actually shipping out of the warehouse.
I see what you're saying. I mean, I hopefully that won't be necessary. If anything, we can review that a little later. That doesn't usually really happen. But if actually can you give me like a show of what would I have to do to return?
Sure. Normally you would just go over to, if you click on inventory and then receive stock. So at the bottom of that screen we have a little utility that basically you can select an order that's been shipped and just click the return order button, and it will essentially populate the screen with that order, and you can bring that back in. So if there was a problem, or if the shipment was halted for some reason, you can return it through that.
I will have to sit here, return order, and I choose what was returned. Or
yeah, so if it was only partial, you could specify I only brought 32 drums back in instead of the full 64 or something of that nature.
And I will have to change it here, or
Yes.
Oh, okay, got it.
So it just pre-populates with the full contents of the order. So if you're gonna, make any other changes in there, you'll have to, alter that.
Okay, so if I just choose that, let's say the apple puree was returned, I mark this and then I hit delete mark, and that'll be set. Great. And then I'll hit just save, and that's it.
If you hit save, it just saves your changes. You have to hit receive to actually bring the stock back in.
Oh, it will have to be here. Great. Awesome. Okay, so I think that we are all set. Everything has been clearly explained to me, and the release order looks great. The bill of lading looks great. So I think that those were all the questions that we had. Yeah, that's pretty much it at the moment.
Just remember shipping, not work.
Well, actually, Ben, if you log out, Cynthia, if you log out and log back in, I actually hid the work order button for now, just so it kind of helps with that confusion, just so you're not getting to the wrong place too much of the time. So if you go over to orders, yeah.
It's not there no more. Awesome. Thank you for your help, guys. I really appreciate it a lot.
Okay.
No problem. And we'll let you know this afternoon once we get those other things done.
Okay, yeah. The only thing is just the logo and the batch number, I believe. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate all your help.
Okay, I recorded it too, so I'll put the recording up so you can replay it for yourself.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ben. Have a good day.
Okay. You too.
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.